Coach, thanks. It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, we go sign. Check right 54, right 54. You ain't going nowhere. Switch. And 80. No, 80.
On first down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Darnold. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mixon will try the right side, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Open man is Ross, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over with a first and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here we go. 18 Gators, 80 weapons. Deuce. Check. Hey, exit. Get it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Switch. Hey, team 6. Put up. 5.
Throwing again on second and 10. Bell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Duncan. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. On the completion, this is Carey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, boy. Tight on.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
54, right there. 54, right there.
On first down, it's Darnold. Lets it go for Nelson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's pulled in at the 32. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready up. Nice 50. Nice, sweetheart. Slam. General West. Tighten up. Be careful.
Throwing on first down. Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's put that team on the bus. Hustle.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
I'm coming.
Ready? Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bell. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. right there. It's good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
15-1. Watch the safety creep.
On 1st and 10, Bell. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Duncan. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, Haywood.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Bravo.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Back to throw. Bell. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Duncan. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Bell. And he's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing.
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, Bell to Boyle here over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bell. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Bell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Right there, 56.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
56.
From the gun, Bell. Going left side here, and it's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Bell steps away to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable on picking up first downs.
Check it backer. Hey, watch this. Five.
Throwing on first down. Bell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Operating from the gun. Bell. Over the middle, complete. That's Duncan. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
From the gun, Bell. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Duncan. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike 56, Mike.
Back to throw. Bell. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Ready. 56 to Mike. 56. 56.
On 1st and 10. Bell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56. Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Hey, Charlie. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Bell. And he will find his man on the outside. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Bell. And he's got his man on the out route. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bell firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Bell. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Nelson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Switch gears. Check.
General West.
Ready?
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw, Darnold. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Hey, Mike 51.
Hey, echo.
51's the Mike, boy, 51. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Darnold on 1st down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So no question here, down by a score late. They're going to try the onside kick. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go, still down one score, and here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
On the ready.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And a give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing.
Check, 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 check.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You better breathe. I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Got it.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Bell going for it all. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On first down, Bell. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.